Hi, everybody. Welcome to Andrea Speaks Out. My name is Andrea, and in this episode, I want to give a little recap of an event I hosted this weekend. I have been doing this little healing thing for a very, very long time. And when you first start to heal, I don't think it's always a conscious choice. Not many people in the beginning say, I'm going to start my healing journey today. It's going to be so fun and full of rainbows and unicorns, and I have nothing better to do. So here I go. Everybody just watch me heal. It just doesn't work that way. I think that it starts accidentally sometimes. At least it did for me. And in the beginning, healing can just feel extraordinarily isolating. You feel like you're the only one on the planet going through some of the worst pain in the world. You are dredging up the worst moments of your life, sometimes again and again, and you sit there and wonder what the hell you're doing all this for, Will you ever feel better? It can go on for ages. And then you reach a point where you look around and you say, hey, wait a minute. That thing there that used to put me in a tailspin, that was a little bit easier today. That's kind of cool. And true healing sort of progresses that way. And what I found along my journey was that the further I got, I realized a couple things. I realized that I was connecting more with others who became great resources for me. I found my people, and I also found that as I progressed, I had a profound need to share what worked for me with others. I had this deep need to ease other people's journeys. I also learned that I couldn't do any of this alone. I couldn't heal alone, and I couldn't help alone. Networking just became the centerpiece for all of it. And again, not in the beginning of the healing, but further along. So I was sitting at my kitchen table, and this vision sort of presented itself to me. I just saw survivors and advocates together in a room, sharing resources and sharing strategies and solutions. And my stomach got all butterfly-ish, and I just knew that this was something that needed to somehow materialize. I had no clue how. I'm not somebody who is inclined to create events at all. I am a great worker bee. Like, give me a task and I'm on it, but leading it is not my forte. But the push was really strong in me, and so I just went for it. I just feel like there is a huge need for something like this for a lot of people. So I created this event called SHARE. And SHARE is an acronym for Survivors and Advocates Help Through Awareness, Resources, and Education. And I just wanted there to be a day when trauma survivors could be surrounded by each other, as well as advocates, mental health professionals, and healers, so that they could just know they're not alone and just how many resources are out there. Because there's so many resources that sometimes if you're feeling isolated, you don't know about. And I also wanted it to be a place where the advocates and the professionals could promote themselves and their programs, but also have an opportunity to network and collaborate with other people. So this weekend, the inaugural SHARE event took place. We all met at Nova Southeastern University in Orlando. We were so fortunate to have Nova host the event. The participants were just fantastic. Everyone had their own moment to share what brought them to the event, what they hoped to gain from the event. They got to promote themselves, promote their programs, their products, their visions, their obstacles, and then everybody was able to share either solutions that they were looking for or collaborations that could further their goals somehow, further them on the path. It was very interesting to see that we really had a diverse group and just different angles that were represented. I think it was just so nice for people to have the floor, so to speak, and let the rest of the group honor them by offering their silence and their listening, like true listening to what each person needs right now in time. Then we all had a segment of time to offer networking and solution suggestions. The synergy in that room it just inspired me. Let me tell you, it was really cool to watch light bulbs ignite and connections spark. I think we all made some lasting connections and relationships that are pretty powerful. I personally got some connections for future podcast guests, as well as some marketing ideas for my book and my podcast, because promoting myself really feels like a weakness of mine. I do not love that at all, but I think it's important. So I got a lot of great feedback and suggestions for that for me. And the love and support I felt in that room, it's just so hard to describe. I hope the other participants felt some of that same love and support. I think they did. And you know what else was awesome? Over the past few years, a whole lot of folks have been connected through social media, and we have really supported each other through a lot of different things. But to be able to meet in person and give each other a giant hug, it was this crazy, wonderful feeling of, honestly, of elation. I tend to forget sometimes that I haven't actually met some people who feel like these true friends. And real world connection in that room was something that will last me all year. It was just heartwarming to watch other people connect in this way too. And by the end of the event, I think people just felt safe, they felt accepted, and they felt connected. And this event, I think, really helped provide some of that, which just is exciting to me and very gratifying, you know? And the other thing that was a very important component was, of course, the chocolate. We had plenty of chocolate to keep us going. So I do believe that there will be a second annual National Share Networking event. So keep that in mind, any of you listening, February of 2020 in Orlando. Pretty great time of year to be in Orlando. I would love to see more of you and help work together to create the change that our world needs. So that's all I had to really share about the event. I just felt it was important to let people know that's going on. So it's, of course, time for my award-winning joke of the day, right? I have one that made me laugh harder than it should. Are you ready? Why do you never see elephants hiding in trees? Because they're so good at it. I'm sorry, that one makes me laugh. It's so silly. Okay, thank you for listening to this little teeny episode of mine. What do you think? Any thoughts on the need for more networking and sharing? Would any of you be up for hosting your own little share event in your community? Wouldn't it just be cool if we all held these throughout the country? Imagine how much more we could get accomplished if we all worked together. Instead of all trying to do the same kind of thing and make the same change on our own, if we join forces. Let's just start a dialogue about this. I might create a share Facebook page. What do you think? Just send me some ideas or suggestions, please, please, please. You can reach me at andreaspeaksout.com. I would love to hear from you. Please subscribe to this podcast so you can receive notifications of new episodes, and please share any episodes that you think might help other people. Hope you all have a wonderful week. Take care of each other, and please be kind, okay? The world really could use some extra kindness. Thanks, everyone.